So let's start with our parcels. Remember where the R1 zoning is what we're going to use, and we had the parcel setbacks that we have to look at. So let's take a look at those again. So not that one. Sorry about that. So, parcel setbacks. So we're using the R1, the 5,000 square feet with a minimum lot width of 50 feet with a front of 20 feet. With that information, we're going to go back to our Civil 3D and we're going to go to Home and we're going to start creating a parcel. So first thing we have to do is create the parcels. We already have one and we're going to use the outside right-of-way lines to create the others. So I'm going to go ahead and put it into the project site, and I'm not going to add the labeling, and I'm going to say OK. Now I've got two parcels. The parcel overall is 4.63 acres. So I'm going to come up with the parcel and go to Parcel Creation Tools. When it comes down, you'll have to either change the minimum area, the front lot, minimum frontage of the lot, and the minimum front offset and the minimum width. We're going to do 50 feet for the frontage, 50 feet for the minimum width, and 20 feet for the minimum offset. The depth has to be a minimum of 100 because 100 times the minimum width of 50 is going to give us our 5,000 square feet. Okay, we're not going to worry about the maximum depth. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to go slide line create, and I'm going to go ahead and let it default, and I'm going to change to single family, and I'm going to change to parcel name and area. I'm leaving this unchecked. Click OK, select the parcel, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to bring it off of our lot line at this intersection point, and I'm going to wrap it around. Okay, back to this intersection point here. Okay, the bearing is offset 90 and it says no solution is found. When that happens, it literally cannot create a solution, so we'll have to break it down into pieces. So I escape that and I do it again. So pick this one and I'm going to start at that intersection and I'm going to go to here and I'm going to say 90. All right, and on this one I'm going to accept yes. On the next one I am going to pick this area here and I'm going to pick this intersection point here to here. Oops, undo, not there. I lost my creation tools. Pick that one, endpoint here. I'm going to have to pick a different one. Now, part of the reason I'm showing you this is because there are glitches to using this sometimes. It doesn't always work. See, no solution found, because it can't break that one area up. So I'm going to do it again. Now this just might be in general. This is not, in all honesty, is not a good design. It is too far up. I can't get all of the parcels that I want in there. And there we go. So it asks me, do I want to accept this? I'm going to say yes. So don't always worry that it's not going to work the first time. The other thing that you might have to do, if there's something specific you have to create, you may end up using the free creation tool. Now, I'm going to click a point here and here because I wanted to break this one up, and I'm going to break this one up, and 90 to get these into here. Okay, so if I do this, I may have to, if I want to start moving lines around, I may have to shift them back. And now this is harder When you start doing it this way, this is so much harder than having linear lines and letting the computer create the parcels. So right now I'm just showing you that there are, oops, I don't want that one. I want to, oh. There are other methods to be creating these, okay? And 90. Now, the next thing I want to explain also is when we're sliding these, we want to make sure, let's say we're going to talk about our road again. I said there's a high point here and there's a low point here. So water's going to drain this direction and water's going to drain this direction and go back uphill. So I want to make sure that this, if I draw a line, and this is just a P line, from this end point here, and I'm going to go perpendicular to here. I need to make sure that my lot lines match, okay? So when I do this, if I put a low point, it is going to be on lot lines that match each other, all right? Now I'm going to smooth this one over here. Oops. All right, I just deleted that one. Now, this is not the best design. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here, but this tutorial is just an explanation. I don't anticipate you drawing this. But now, if I go back for looking at my cross section in my profiles, what I made sure of is at this point, that intersection point was at lot lines that the houses were across from each other, because you don't want to put an inlet in front of somebody's lot because you don't know where their driveway is going to go. All right, that's it for now.